Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Hi, I'm Joel Seymour, one of the pastors at Lancaster Vineyard, and this is my favorite Christmas memory. I got a lot of good Christmas memories, but probably my favorite one is I'm probably 5 or 6 years old. My mom and I were living with my grandma at the time, and I got up before everybody else and went down the hallway, and there was a big wheel under the tree. And so I hauled back to my mom, jumped in her bed, woke her up and said, Mom, you'll never guess, but Santa Claus brought me a big wheel. And she goes, he did? And I said, yeah. So I grabbed her by the hand, took her down and got that big wheel. And it's the middle of the winter, so I wasn't allowed to ride it outside. So I pretty much gouged the drywall up in my grandmother's house, going up and down that hallway with the big wheel over and over again. Of course, in the springtime, she had this big steep hill behind us, and I went out with that all the time and just rode it down there and ramped it. And, you know, to this day, I'm still looking for a 265-pound test big wheel, but I haven't found one. This is my favorite Christmas memory.
My fondest memory of Christmas is just the gift of giving. And I can remember back when I was a teenager, I had an after-school job. I was earning some money, and my dad and I and my brothers, we were remodeling our home. And my dad said, man, this remodel job would just be a lot easier if I had this one saw, this brand name saw, and it would just go much easier. So I heard him say that, and it was well before Christmas. And I started saving my money and went out and bought him that saw for Christmas and wrapped it up. And I was so excited for him to open that up, because my parents had given to us all our lives, and I just wanted to give back. So that morning, Christmas morning came, and everyone had opened their presents. My dad saw a present in the back, and it was his. And so I said, hey, Dad, that's your present. And he opened it up, and it was priceless just to see the look on his face, you know, some tears streaming down his cheeks, and to know that he had been blessed just by giving. So that's my fondest memory of Christmas, just the gift of giving back to others, or giving to others. So that's what I remember most about Christmas. That's what I cherish about Christmas.
So I'm wearing the hat because one of my roles at Christmas time is to play Santa. That's been one of the favorite things over the years, that we don the hat. That means it's time to pass out presents. And so that's always been my role until one year it was time to pass that tradition on to my nieces. And so that was kind of a big day when we got to pass that along to them. That's a fond Christmas memory. I still get to do it though every now and then, because they're not around every Christmas, so I'm still Santa. And I think I always will be.
I guess my most memorable Christmas moment had to be when my family, we went to go on a vacation in France, and my family left me, and so I was home alone, and these thieves tried to come and steal from our house, but I set up some booby traps and ended up saving Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. That was, of course, Home Alone, one of my favorite Christmas movies. But honestly, one of my most memorable Christmas moments is we always had a Christmas Eve service at the church I grew up in, and it was the 11 to midnight Christmas Eve services. And so I don't know, it was just always a special time when, you know, it was always candlelight and then like this small country church. And I can always remember coming home from the Christmas Eve service when there's a hill right before our house. And off into the distance, you can see one of those antenna towers that has the red blinking light. And it was always the joke that, oh, that's Rudolph's coming. We need to get home quick and get to bed before Santa Claus came. And so even sometimes we joke around Christmas time of when we see that red blinking light that, oh, that's Rudolph.
Well, I have a lot of famous Christmas memories. My mother worked very hard to make Christmas special for me. And one of the things she did, I loved snow. I still like snow, but I loved snow then. And Christmas just wasn't Christmas without snow. So my mother had some kind of cleaner that she put in a bowl, and she'd take a cotton ball and she'd put it in that cleaner, and she would strategically place dots in the windows of every window of the house to make it look like it was snowing. So every year I had snow for Christmas. And so I miss Mom. Thanks.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know.